Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Linda. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be an elemental reading today. So what I have here is cards representing the 4 elements. I'm going to pull cards from a couple of different decks and create a little mini spread for each of the elements to give you a little bit of insight on topics that are related to or governed by each of the elements. If you're in a hurry today and you just want a quickie, skip through and find the element that governs your sun sign and just watch that part of the reading for any insight into relevant issues that you're facing right now. Otherwise, watch the whole reading. You'll find valuable insight across the whole spread, the whole reading for different areas of life, as I said, governed by those elements. So I'm going to go ahead now and do the shuffle. Back soon. Okay, here we are with all the cards pulled, and I'm going to get started with the Earth reading and come back to the others in a minute. So for Earth, we're going to look at topics relating to home life, family life, work, career, finances, and anything related to mundane reality. Oh, I should just flip them directly. So we have Ace of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles upright, and 6 of Swords in reverse. Lovers, 4 of Pentacles reversed, Man of Cups reversed, and the 9 of Swords. Let's do this. Okay, give me a moment here to tune into this energy. I feel a little bit of frustration in this spread, to be very honest. Frustration. I'm hearing discipline. So discipline. I'm definitely seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles in this energy, in the spread here, but I feel that it's maybe this is maybe more of an instruction as to how to behave here rather than a description of what you are actually doing right now. Obviously this is a general reading, so this is not for everybody. Don't shoot the messenger. What I'm feeling here is that there is a little bit of a need here for you to be a bit more devoted and disciplined and dedicated to whatever it is that's important to you, that you're seeking to manifest or create as far as any creative, passionate vision that you've already seeded or that you've already considered. There is much more to creating something or manifesting something or embodying and welcoming and receiving the abundance of something than just having an idea. That's what it says here. Ace of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands reversed. You've had an idea and you've considered it quite a lot perhaps, but have you actually taken action on it? Maybe you've had the glamorous, exciting part of having a really cool idea, but have you actually implemented the discipline and the discernment and the daily patient practice of taking steps towards your goal in a very methodical and practical, pragmatic and disciplined way every single day? Because that's what it takes here. That's what it's saying here is just a reminder towards that, and that there needs to be a little bit more of a grounded, stable, focused, patient as well approach to the creation process. And there also needs to be here, with these 2 Swords cards I'm feeling, 6 of Swords reversed and 9 of Swords upright, there needs to be less anxiety, less worry, less overthinking, less fear, and more of this kind of energy of the Queen of Cups upright and the Man of Cups upright, where there is calm, patient, steady, consistent effort, using emotional intelligence, using calmness, mindfulness, and creativity. More of this and less of this, because this is going to throw you off course. and it's going to make things take a lot longer to achieve than they could or would if you just applied the principles that I just mentioned there. Now, what else I'm picking up in this reading is that for some of you, there could be a potential business partner here. Like with the Lovers, I'm seeing this more of a union of business-minded people, and it could be this Queen and King here. I'm not seeing this necessarily as a love reading because we are on the earth element here, which is, as I mentioned in the introduction, this is about work, finances, career, and anything to do with the mundane life or the work and home life. So for some of you, if there is a person showing up here that feels like a good alignment, and I feel like there is that energy with the Lovers being upright, there could be a really strong compatible energy of someone coming in that you could pair up with and work as a business partner with or a co-collaborator with. But with all these other cards in the spread being in the reverse, I feel that there's a little bit of a caveat with that there needs to be very clear agreements from the outset. There needs to be very if there's anything contractual that needs to be established, if this is something more serious than just like a fun creative project, then get your ducks in order, you know? Like don't be too casual, especially if this is something that has a lot of money potentially involved. Then make sure all the agreements are clear from the outset. And with this Four of Pentacles in reverse here, I feel like that's a reminder as well, along with the Queen of Pentacles, to be very established and grounded in a firm foundation of what's expected, of what is needed. So conversations need to be had. I think that's something that's also clear in this energy, is that there needs to be some conversations. I think there's also here with this Six of Swords in reverse, I feel that this could be a message for just one person. If you might be attached to an old idea or something that you've been doing in the past, and I feel like there's some kind of just give me a second to find the right words for that. So I'm gonna get it right for you. It's something like you needing to be a little bit more adaptable and present to another person's ideas, perhaps, so that you can generate new possibilities out of conversations that are had that may stem out of an idea that's yours. But if there is this collaboration happening, and if you're genuinely going to achieve the energy of this kind of mutual reception and equanimous, the meeting of the minds, then there needs to be a little bit more openness and more receptivity towards what another person has to offer as far as their ideas. But with that comes the tricky gray area of whatever agreements need to be made. Like with this Nine of Swords, I feel like there could be some potential warning about how things may land down the line if agreements are not clear from the outset, and there isn't an established boundary between how to make it clear. And I know it gets a bit fuzzy when we talk about ideas, because you know, ideas exist in the field of all things, and you might think it's your original idea, but it could very well be something that's already existed in the psychic field that you just somehow plugged into and tapped into. But having said all that, I feel the need to say intellectual property here. Some of you need to be really mindful about your intellectual property, and if you are embarking on a new project, if you're embarking on a project that you've already been working on and you have established and started for yourself already for some time, and you now are invoking a business partner or someone new is coming in to help or work with you, be really clear about intellectual property. Because I would hate for this to end up in a place where you put all of your goodness, your ideas, your creativity out there, and someone who is a little bit more savvy in business than you ends up, you know, being heavily rewarded financially, and you miss out. That's not for everyone. That's a specific message there. But we're already like a little ways in here, so I feel like I'm going to wrap it up here. I think that's it for the Earth reading. Just checking if there's anything else. I don't feel, I mean, when I say that about like intellectual property and about, you know, like agreements and everything, I don't feel like the person you're working with here, I'm seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm seeing the other person that's coming in as this King of Cups. I don't think that this person has a bad intention or a bad agenda or is seeking to rip you off or take advantage. I don't see that. But I do feel like it could end in tears if you're not savvy. Be savvy. All right, that's it for the Earth reading. Let's move on now to Air. So Air, we're going to cover topics relating to communication, concepts, ideas. So we have Temperance reversed, 5 of Wands upright, 7 of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands upright, 2 of Cups, Emperor reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, and 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles. All right, give me a second here. There's 2 Queens in the reading and this Emperor. There's clearly some tension here. There's some tension. There's some grievances. There's a grievance here. But there is a potential to actually, with this 2 of Cups here in the upright, with the Temperance in reverse, I feel like there is some kind of glitch here. There's some tension that is requiring people to communicate in uncomfortable territory, right? But with this 2 of Cups here, I feel like the potential for union, the potential for understanding, the potential for forgiveness, for acceptance, for evolving past a tough spot is very high. So while it might be an uncomfortable or awkward conversation, and it might not just be one conversation, this could be something that's maybe been going on for a little while between you and another person. There's a lot of potential for growth here, as long as the individuals involved are not too fixed or stubborn in their position. Also, if they're not too dramatic or tedious or emotionally immature as well. That's something that could potentially make this drag out or be unnecessarily challenging for people. There's like opportunity here for a lot of growth. 10 of Pentacles is upright as well, so I feel like there's a healing energy in this reading that could help support a wider community as well. But there's people here, and it's more than one. Like there's the Queen of Wands here, Queen of Cups here, and there's the Emperor here. So I feel like this is not just one person. This could be a group of people who are maybe seeking to overcome maybe some creative tension in order to evolve a circumstance or a situation to become something bigger and something unexpected that serves a wider group of people, or that supports an endeavor that will have a reach, you know. But I feel with the Temperance in reverse and this 5 of Wands here, the whole energy actually of this spread, I'm feeling that their individuals need to bring a little bit more humility to the table and be willing to secede. Is that the right word? I'm going to dictionary that one because I'm not sure about the correct word. Just give me a second. I don't even know where I was going with that. Never mind. It's just about being willing to listen more than you want to speak. That's what I feel here. Need to listen more than speaking, so you can actually take in the ideas of others and find a compromise that is not doesn't mean you give up on what you think is correct, but rather you find a synergistic solution that actually is unexpected and very rewarding in unexpected ways. I hope this is making sense. It's like there's a solution available to you, but you cannot see it necessarily because you might be being too fixed in your opinion. But I feel like there's information being brought to you by other individuals that you might have like kind of friction with. Maybe not about this particular issue right now, but in general, there might be people in this circumstance that you have had friction with in the past, or that you don't necessarily feel super open to as you would with some other people, for example. And you might not give as much, you know, weight to these people's opinion because you have your own attitude about them that is in some ways a little bit, not disdainful, what's the right word? You might not rate them, you know what I mean? You might not rate them that highly. And so you might not be open to their opinions or their advice or their suggestions. But actually I feel like that's what's required here, is the need to kind of just drop some of the old baggage and just be open to hearing the perspective of some people. I feel like it's these two. I feel like you're the Queen of Wands in this energy. And this Emperor and Queen of Cups in reverse here are people that you don't like that much, but that you have to work with, or that you have to deal with, or that maybe they're family members, and it's not that you don't like them, but maybe they're rubbing you the wrong way on a specific topic that we're looking at right here. And it's causing this kind of tension, right? Five of Wands, like there's people battling it out a little bit for like the loudest voice, or for the winning outcome. But there's something in this situation that is maybe needing you to access a different part of your personality than you normally would, especially that you normally would with these particular individuals, so that there can be some kind of resolution that serves a greater good. Because I feel like the energy of this particular situation, it's not about individuals, it's about a group effort, it's about a community or a group endeavor, or something that serves and services a wider group of a wider set of people than just one or two. This is something bigger. And so there is kind of like some type of need for a little compromise here, so that a solution can arise that will work for multiple individuals. So let go. If you're feeling a little bit controlling in this situation, this could be a moment where it would be really beneficial to seek to let go a little bit of that control, so that there can be an outcome that serves the greater good. Even if you think you're right, just let people say what they want to say to you, and listen, genuinely listen. All right, that's the air reading. Let's move on. We are going to look at water now. Water is going to look at any issues relating to emotions and relationships. King of Swords reversed, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, Lord of Swords, all right. Six of Pentacles, Woman of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Child of Cups, Three of Swords. All right, look at all the swords energy here. This is interesting. This is very interesting, because we're looking at water, right, which is relationships and emotions, but we have all these swords energies. Like half of the cards in this reading are swords. 1, 2, 3, and King of Swords. So somewhat it's about communication. Even though we're looking at emotions and relationships, somehow communication here is causing some pain. Three of Swords. Some communication here is causing pain. I feel like for someone watching this, you're dealing with someone that you think is incredibly selfish. You think someone is incredibly selfish, and that's impacting you in a certain way. But look what's interesting here. It's like on this top row, this King of Swords, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords are all in reverse. And this bottom line here, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Child of Cups is all upright. So maybe this actually, this Nine of Cups, the person that's actually being selfish is in fact you, and it's not the kind of selfish that actually is harmful to others in the way that people imagine it. Like that. How do I say that? Like, this is the kind of selfish where you are actually in alignment with your own self, with your own needs. You've outgrown the very lower levels of what people think is like what you're obliged to do. So that comes across as selfish. But when you're in that energy of like really self-loving, self-caring, and very independent, like this Nine of Cups is, it's really hard for people to understand why you would do some of the things you would do when there's like so much expectation from their side. And that might cause them pain because they feel that your actions are unloving, but they're actually not. It's just that they have unrealistic expectations. So when you're in your own energy in that way, you have a certain synergy with life that it's not many people experience, because they spend their whole life trying to win the love and affection of others by doing things that they are expected to do or that they feel obliged to do, in the hope that they'll get love in return for that. It's not really a healthy way of relating. So let's see what else is in here. I like this, actually. I really like this bottom line. It's a very interesting reading, don't you think? Like, there's a very mixed energy. So on this bottom line, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Child of Cups. There's like a... There could be... I mean, this what's standing out to me right now is this Queen of Pentacles is pregnant, or there's fertility here, right? And then Child of Cups is a lot of child energy. So it could be that someone or some of you are pregnant or about to give birth, or have just recently given birth, and there is like a shift away from this like self-oriented energy of being just in your own vibe, doing your own thing, to being entirely like, how do I say that? Like all your time and energy is now belongs to a new life that you are responsible for. That's also one energy I'm picking up in this reading. What else is here? I feel like for someone watching this reading, you're in this energy, and there's a person around you. It could be vice versa, of course, as always. But what I'm picking up on here now is that there is a person of interest who's giving you energy and attention, and you may be rejecting them, and that's leaving them feeling this Three of Swords pain and rejection. But you're just in your own vibe, and it feels really good. That energy feels really good. Instead of being kind of bound up and like restricted by, or having to meet the expectations of someone who has shown you affection or shown you interest, but it's not quite the right vibrational match for you. So you're choosing to just be in your own vibe and in synergy with your own energetic matrix that you are, you know, like the feedback loop between you and the universe that you are impressing with your thoughts and imagination. And that's leaving you feeling actually quite alive and full of vitality and fun and freedom. But someone else is really butthurt by it, and they feel quite left out of the joy. So yeah, there's quite a few, there's a bunch of different messages in there, and they're not all going to be relevant for everybody. So just take what is yours out of that little reading, and we're going to move on now to the last element, which is fire. I love the Nine of Cups. All right. Fire element. We're going to look at any challenges that you may be facing with the fire element. Four of Pentacles upright, Ten of Wands, the Sun, Queen of Swords. Look at all these upright cards. It's nice. Tower in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. All right, let me see. What is this? Give me a second to tune in. Well, there's definitely in this obviously this part of the reading, you can see someone, you're holding on to something. You're holding on, or you're holding back, or you are maybe a little bit, there's that moment of inertia, you know, before something changes. But then you have here the Tower and the Hangman, which are absolutely letting go cards. So maybe you're in the threshold between like your old life and your new life, and you can see what's ahead of you. You can see that there's beauty and vitality and life and love and joy and happiness ahead of you. But there's something that needs to be, I feel with this Queen of Swords here, then the sword is really representing, and you, this energy I feel like is also you being represented by the Queen of Swords. You need to apply discernment to your situation. Whatever you're feeling challenged by, that you're actually having a hard time letting go of, you need to apply the discernment and the raw, real truth of what is actually relevant for you, and seek to actually have the courage to let go, have the courage to let go, and be available to new energy, be available to revelation or a new understanding about something, or some kind of I'm hearing change of location. Some of you may actually be needing to physically move, and that's one of the elements here. Is like maybe you're afraid of letting go of where you are because it's very consistent and it's very familiar. But I feel like there's a moving house energy for some of you. There's Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles here as well, both reversed. But that's just one way this energy could play out. This is actually much more of a metaphysical message here, I feel. Is that you're holding on, but life wants to show you a new way or a new path that is full of bright light and fun and companionship and compatibility and joy and freedom. But you might be still shrinking away from actually opening up to that because of your own fears and your own self-imposed limitation that you are letting yourself be restricted by. So there could be some kind of awakening moment here where you experience some type of shocking and unexpected shift in your experience that might look devastating at first, but is actually by design supporting you to actually move forward into a new life, into a new era, into a new iteration of your expression and your experience on life, that is supporting you to be more open, to be more available, to be more loving, to be more loved. And you just have to step through the portal here. You got to step through the portal. You have to surrender to what the changes are that are occurring, and trust your own wisdom, trust your own higher self, trust your spiritual team that is working with you to help, step you through this portal, and be available to the changes that are happening, and stop holding on. Stop holding on to the past. Stop holding on to your old ways. Stop holding on to what's familiar, and just take a deep breath. Use this sort of discernment to slice away the old and step ahead forward into this portal of new energy that's available to you, and be more liberated. Let the fire burn away that which is old, that which is stagnant, that which is limiting, and be more available to the freedom that is actually your natural state. Surrender to the circumstances that you're experiencing and stop fighting against it. There's a bit of a polarity push-pull here, like with this. Don't keep holding on. There is new energy available for you that is, again, supporting your movement forward into a greater state of liberation and awakening. Don't fight back against that which is helping you move forward into this new space. Let go of what you think you know. Let go of your old ways. Let go of your old limited thinking. Let go of your martyrdom complex. And be available to this light, bright energy that's coming towards you. Use the sword of discernment from this Queen of Swords to apply truth and realness and wisdom to the situation, and slice through your own delusion or your own smallness to step forward into a new era. Alright friends, with that I'm going to close out this reading. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I hope you found something in there that you can really work with, that will support you on your way. Please leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to get to know you. Let's see you again in the next reading. Thank you so much. Bye for now.